what happens when you combine this dweeb with this idiot and this Russian asset, along with a couple of morons to boot? Well, you get the biggest national security scandal in decades. That's what you get. And now their screw-up is before a judge in a civil suit, and this judge ain't messing around. He's already issuing orders. I'm going to discuss what the judge is doing, but let's get up to speed on how this is a civil case. Well, step one, to no surprise, Trump's incompetent and hopelessly corrupt Attorney General, yes woman Pam Bondi, has already indicated she's not going to pursue criminal charges despite criminal behavior. And of course it's criminal behavior. Not only was the former Fox News host texting detailed battle plan information on an unsecured platform only hours before the attack, but he was also unwittingly texting the information to a journalist who had been invited into the chat group. That's criminal. But here's the point no one has really driven home yet. The fundamental principle of classified information in the military, the first and foremost checkpoint, is needs to know basis. Information is simply not shared unless that specific individual needs to know. And that's what prevents any random colonel swooping down on a corporal and demanding classified information. When you look at the individuals that Hegseth was sharing battle information with, most of them are not on a needs-to-know basis. And tops on that list is Vice President J.D. Vance, who has no constitutional authority to engage in military decision-making. And they can't even say, oh, he was advising the president, so he needs to know, because the president had already given the go order. So there was no need for Vance to know. And there are just so many levels and violations of national security laws here that everyone should be in custody now. But the DOJ under Trump is completely and utterly weaponized for a dictator. So it's not going to happen. So please, let's hear more from MAGA about how Biden was weaponizing the Justice Department. So because Bondi is going to keep the DOJ on the sidelines, or worse, use them to defend Hegseth and the 7 dweebs, the nonprofit organization American Oversight is suing Hegseth, Gabbard, Ratcliffe, Besant, and Rubio for violating federal records laws. Why is an outside organization allowed to sue? Because they are not bringing a suit against security violations per se. They are suing because the whole point of using the Signal app was so that the records of their communications would be deleted. That would also violate federal law, just in case you were interested, Pam Bondi. And American Oversight is, in their words, a nonpartisan, nonprofit watchdog that advances truth, accountability, and democracy by enforcing the public's right to government records. And that's exactly the right that the clever clowns definitively tried to abuse by using the Signal app. And today, the judge took an important step in making a decision siding with the American Oversight. According to ABC News, U.S. District Judge James Boasberg ordered the top cabinet officials named in the lawsuit by American Oversight to retain any messages sent and received over Signal between March 11th and March 15th. They further reported that Benjamin Sparks, a lawyer representing American Oversight, raised concerns that these messages are in imminent danger of destruction due to settings within Signal that can be set to delete messages automatically, prompting Judge Boasberg to order the Trump administration file a sworn declaration by this Monday to ensure the messages are preserved. So far, the record for Trump administration officials complying with court orders has not been very positive. It's not unreasonable to think then that these messages will be deleted, and then they'll all throw up their hands and cry ignorance of the intricacies of the app. You can hear Tulsi Gabbard right now saying, "Oops, it was an accident, Your Honor. I don't know about computer things." But here's one good reason why they will probably not delete the transcripts, and it's this. The only power Judge Boasberg has in this case is the power to order that the records be maintained. There's really not much mechanism for there to be a guilty verdict per se, like Trump's civil suit in Manhattan. But Judge Boasberg does have an ace up his sleeve, and it's this. If these clowns delete the messages and cry, oops, Boasberg can, and most likely will, throw them in jail for civil contempt of court. It's true he can't order them sent to the jail in Nicaragua that Homan likes to use, which is a bummer, but he can put them in the slammer nonetheless. And the real beauty of J.D. Vance behind bars is that he can finally put that Yale law degree to work, helping fellow inmates with their appeals. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.